And there is now an appeal that has come from the doctors' body, the IMA, the Indian Medical Association, where appeals have been made to the government not to let off the COVID guard and take proactive measures in this regard. Also saying very clearly that if that is not done, a third wave is pretty much inevitable at this point. Three key points that have been mentioned in that letter by the IMA. It talks about it is painful to note in this crucial time, everyone needs to work for the mitigation of the third wave in many parts of the country. Both government and public are complacent and engaged in mass gatherings without following any COVID protocol. Also, this tourist bonanza, pilgrimage travel, religious fervour, all are needed but can wait for few more months. Opening up these rituals and enabling people without vaccination to go scot-free in these mass gatherings is a potential super spreader, says the IMA. They have also appealed to all the state governments to translate the vision of the Prime Minister in trying to control these mass gatherings in their respective states.
With the history of any pandemic, we all know that the third wave is inevitable at this crucial juncture. For the next 2 to 3 months, we appeal to the government and appeal to all the public. Let us not take any chance and let off our guard and do any mass gathering in any name of whether tourist spot visit, pilgrimage visit, or the rituals of the religious rituals. Appeal once again, let us stop this any non-adaptation of the COVID-appropriate behaviors.
Let's go across to Sukirti Dwivedi now to try and get more details on this matter. Sukirti, the letter does not talk about a lockdown situation at all. What is it effectively saying at this point is that there should be stricter norms to enforce and ensure that people are following COVID-appropriate behavior, because the doctors, they're going to suffer as much, if not more, if the third wave were to come.
Well, absolutely, Sonal, and nobody is suggesting a lockdown at this point of time because one understands the impact that it has on livelihoods. But at the same time, the health of the people is always the biggest priority, and nobody would understand this situation better than India's healthcare workforce, which has seen those days and nights where they had to work round the clock without getting even a minute to breathe, where hospital beds were flooded, where people were dying on the streets. So we've already been through one crisis, and this is the time to prevent another one. And that is why these doctors are now appealing to the state government. We've all been seeing these pictures of big crowds gathering in Manali, in Mussoorie, and all of these hill stations, and also now fresh pictures coming in today from Jagannath Puri, where even though devotees are not present, still there is crowding, lack of social distancing and lack of masking, and of course other festivals that my colleague Uma has been reporting from Hyderabad. So from all across India, we are seeing these pictures, these very worrying visuals of how COVID norms are constantly being violated, and that is what has led the Indian Medical Association to come forward and issue this appeal.
All right. The IMA then making their voice heard and appealing again to the state governments, also saying that there should be stricter enforcement of COVID-appropriate behavior. And the way things are going right now, a third wave is surely on its way.